Salutations, everyone. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. I'm LotR, and here in the Realms in Exile mod, things are going rather odd. Umbar is just going nuts, let's be honest. Gondor and Mordor are kind of holding out. The whole Isengard, Riddermark stuff is kind of paused. Lorien, or LotR, has expanded. The Misty Mountains descendants of Azog are huge. We're finally making money, and the Iron Hill dwarves are just not doing well. To be honest, they're just, it's a mess. We're working on getting enough money to go mining. So, mining expedition in our capital, prospecting. We need to find mineral deposits. 483, so next month. There we go. And we will hope we find some resource. Once we find the resource, the wealth of this province should kind of shoot through the roof. Mines are so much more prosperous than most buildings, assuming we don't find something terrible. 260 gold, I'll take that, even if it does lower my success chance a little bit. We don't need a luck. We don't need a lucky pickaxe. What we do need is a success. Share the valuables. 25 gold. 66% chance. And we failed again. Great. Well, we got some mining experience out of it. We still can't discover anything whatsoever. And I should make it so that I get notified when I can go mining again. Okay. That slows us down for a bit. I guess I will start upgrading this next door building here. That's 12, that's 13. I guess I will upgrade that delving a bit. And I'm being raided again. You know what? Since my guys there are not doing their job, I'm going to raise them all here, and we are going to go kill these raiders. Because I'm tired of getting raided, basically. Cause some trouble. Curse those meddlesome savages. Raid loot recovered. Victory is ours. At some point I kind of want to attack this idiot. All I could do is force them into a status like that, unless I want to fabricate claims on that. I kind of don't want to, because if I get close, I'm going to run across the Misty Mountains, and we are not ready to fight Azog's descendants. Not at the moment. Okay, this was upgraded. What do we want to put here? Fungal farm. Okay. Maybe I should upgrade 2 at once, because we can afford some of that. We still have the opportunity potentially to go clear Erebor. I'm trying to avoid that at the moment, because honestly, if we die and we end up playing as Thrain the Bold, it will be a significant setback to our powers. Although we do have 2 grandsons. Thrain. That's a nice one. Thrain. More wrought golds. Unfortunately, our capital is a little stuck on what we can upgrade some of these minor buildings, but until we get a mine, we can't do much. Someone's planning to murder my bodyguard. Not good. Kind of just leaving these lands alone over here because they're developing on their own. In fact, they're getting development. The development's spreading out that way. I suppose I could colonize a little bit Where's the Desolation of Smog start? Right there. So we could colonize this one province. Probably not worth it at the moment. Slowly working our way down to any cost. Can you guys please stop trying to kill people in my lands? Go to jail. You tried to murder somebody. We're 5th in line to inherit Iron Hills. 4th in line. Air is 5th in line. We're 4th in line. I guess if the Iron Hills die out, we make progress, but ay, ay, ay. What are you guys doing with your money? They're still trying to... They still have settlements everywhere. Someone's trying to kill us. Okay, that means... we better redouble our guards and hope we don't get murdered. Who would murder us, though? Only our rival. Hopefully we don't get murdered. That would be annoying. Especially right now as we're in a stable spot. The line of Durin is fairly secure in the sense that there are other members of the House of Durin living in our lands. The problem is it takes like 80 years. And now we've had a bad omen. We're gonna probably die. So let's get some bodyguards, I guess. Bodyguard, a food taster, a cupbearer. I think that's really all we can... I don't think an executioner helps at all. Keep an ear to the ground. Huh. Collect tailage. Court vassals lose opinion, but we get more money from them. Interesting. I'm not going to do it, but it's interesting that that's an option. I've got to remember that when I play normal CK3. Loyalty is worth more than levies for us. I want to know when I can go on a mining expedition again. Should be able to do this, right? Yeah. So much for the game notifying me. Let's go mining, and hopefully we don't get murdered while being out mining. It is a legitimate worry. Okay. 54% success chance, so still pretty close to a coin flip. We'll take the 280 gold because it basically pays for the expedition. Mm-hmm. 50 gold to get 80 gold. That worked. Our neighboring elves have sent us more poems. You know, to be fair, the dwarves probably don't understand the elven poetry. This is assuming we even speak the same language. Yeah, we don't even speak the same language, I don't think. Do we? How do we know what languages we actually speak here? Not clear how we know what language. We can tell other people's. Or maybe it doesn't show up because we only know Dwarven. Anyway, apparently we're getting Elven poetry in a different language. Okay, we made some progress. 59% chance. Empty-handed once again. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. 2 years, though, before we can do anything else. Okay, I guess I'll keep investing in this province and maybe this one. At least level it up a level to 3. Up to almost 14 there. The downside is we are just starting to run up against the limit of what we can build without a mine. At some point I do have to do these tunnels, so let's start on those. Interesting. We just got a random event here. Chance of intrigue increase? No, that didn't help. Boy, we have a temper issue, this guy. How are the Iron Hills doing? We can't negotiate alliance with them, so they're on their own. And they're struggling. The dwarves of the Iron Hills could barely muster 500 people. We can muster 5,000. Clearly the AI running those dwarves is not doing a very good job. Someone's plotting against us again. I think we got like 6 months or more until we can do another mining expedition. Of course, in our capital. Nope, we're just missing the money, I guess. Okay. Just like 10 months here till we get the cash, and then we're going mining. Hopefully we'll succeed at this point. How many more times can we mine and fail? Also, I'm wondering if some of the plotting against us might be the Necromancer, because historically Thrain was captured by the Necromancer, lost his ring. Although apparently he was more than willing to hide a map over the ring. Or else it was because Sauron didn't care. It's probably more likely. Throw that person in jail. They were trying to claim my throne. Okay. Mining expedition. Let's try it again. We have a very apparent low success chance. I could switch to, you know, chances to go mining, right? Faster mining, better chance to find other ones. We could do that if we fail again. I'm just trying to stay in this till we get to avaricious and at any cost. But at some point we will have to do mining if we keep failing. To 65. On the other hand, mining in our capital might not be the best idea because we might not find anything good. And then our capital will become less valuable. Hey, we succeeded. We found quartz. Is quartz good? Ah. Slight problem. I have to replace a building. Okay, well, at least we finished that. We've maxed out our prospector talents. And we unfortunately have to wait 5 months here to get rid of our mining thing. Sorry, our inn, to get our horizontal shafts. Quartz is not particularly valuable, apparently. But it at least is a resource. And once we get it complete, we'll just rush through the levels and then level up our capital. And at that point, I might be willing to consider making an attempt for Erebor. Maybe I'll make a backup save or something. Even though I can't easily do that. Okay. 2 away from at any cost. Did we lose our architect? No, he's just... He's busy growing our capital, that's why we're up to 34 there. Okay, that's working. Next level, we're up to 15. Obviously, we went down a bit when I had to replace the inns. At some point, we'll have to rebuild the inns, but for the moment, we're good. Apparently, one of our delvings, I made a good deal with cooperative stonemasons. I'm still not going to interact with it at all because it's far more valuable to upgrade our capital. I mean, honestly, this single building alone of plus 30 plus the ring means everything's worth doing in our capital. And that might be enough. Yes, after that we can upgrade our capital again. Because that'll be level 4. Technically we could keep upgrading it, but I think going to the next level. Thranduil, 700 gold. Thank you, buddy. I'll take that. I will pour it into this area because that's cheaper, as well as that. These over here do not give me a ton of money, but they have certainly served their purpose of pouring all the wealth of Thror into them. Considering there's no way to avoid smog, I think we did the right thing. Even though playing as a wandering band of dwarves might have been amusing. Okay, we're halfway there. I'll spend some money on that. We should be able to build this once we can get some good cash. I don't think we need to do hold of marble or hold of steel. I think we just want hold of gold for the cash. So we need 800 gold, or 900 almost. In the meantime, though, I will rush out an alehouse. Just so that if this guy does die, public opinion doesn't immediately cause a revolt. And we'll save our money. Okay, we should be able to go on another mining expedition now. Prospecting to here. Yes, we're almost there. There we go. Mining expedition. Let's see if we can succeed on this one. If we do, we're in good shape. Our vassal was plotting against us. Interesting. 66% chance. 67. Let's give an order upgrade order there. We're up to 17.5. Something happened. We don't need the lucky pickaxe. We'll save both of them because we're very talented. And we succeeded. We found copper. Ooh, that's nice. Awesome. I think we can get one more upgrade here too. Yes, we can. So we can upgrade the copper mines there as well. Okay. So technically you need 500 there. Wow. Expensive. Okay, one more for down there. I could just spend the cash here. Wait on this one. Copper's 0.1, quartz is 0.1. It's valuable, but not extremely high. We're a fourth of the way to getting at any cost. Can't wait. We have tons of prestige we could turn into gold. And we can't do any more until we go deeper into mining there. I could declare war on this guy? Why? Unclear. This guy is still trying to force submission and still failing. But hey, he's got 1,800 troops now, so slightly less useless. Still completely useless, really. Okay. We want 600 more gold. We're up to 37 development, which is just really great. And even some of these ones are 19s and 13s. Obviously, the elves are extremely developed at 38, but once we get in decent shape, we'll attempt to retake the Lonely Mountain. Or can attempt to take the Lonely Mountain. I highly doubt we will succeed. But if we do, that's going to change the game. This guy's huge. Look at them go. Also, these elves are massive. Wow. And they attacked Sauron. Oh, wow. There's also been just a complete collapse of the kingdom down here. Legolas is ruling in the south. Why are you guys constantly trying to kill each other? Okay, Dugout Trade Square. 2 years, and it gets basically a 10% tax increase in this area. Not game-changing, but certainly very, very useful. Gold beyond measure. Oh, nice little ransom to be paid. I'll take that. I also should upgrade over here while I have that discount. Can you imagine how long it would take to do this if I didn't have the architects and the other thing? It would take forever. There we go. At any cost. 700 gold. Thank you, game. And we got a new court artifact, apparently. We got another Durin house banner. Interesting. And now we can quick hold court. As usual, we'll fail to catch people doing stuff, and we'll ignore that. And we'll say, why can't you just be happy being a duke? Because seriously, why can't they be? We're not going to sell our dynasty even for 1,000 gold. That would be far too far for almost any dwarf. Okay, big investment though in these 3 provinces. We'll abstain from wine. Save 300 something gold. Thank you, game. I'll upgrade all of these. This will be level 3, level 4, and then eventually we'll upgrade to level 6 here. It's going to take a while. On the other hand, now we get copper mines. Which are probably better than the quartz mines, in all honesty. Did these guys finish? Oh, they did. So rudimentary tunnels, no, cancel that. In order to upgrade any further, we'd have to... Oh, we can. Oh, in that case, rudimentary tunnels. At some point, we'll have to work on getting more prospecting done. Someone's plotting to kill us again. Okay, we're almost done this. Can barely wait. And now if we put men at arms there, they get even tougher, which is great. And this is done in 30 days. Let's see how much our money jumps. So we're at 46. It jumped to 47.9. Not game breaking by any means, but a good one. And apparently we just inherited a delving. Cool. I will happily keep that delving. Put you in there, and that will be it for this episode. We're in good shape. We're moving along. We're making money. 50 gold or so a month is just great. Although apparently we don't need any more siege weapons. It'd be nice if you combine them. You can't. We'll have to hire some better men at arms next episode. So thank you guys all for watching. Bye for now.